one of the committees we set up then, the Boko Haram nominated Buhari to lead their team to negotiate with government. So I was feeling that, if they nominated Buhari to represent them and have a discussions with the government committee, then when Buhari took over, it could have been an easy way to negotiate with them, and they would have handed over their guns. But
welcome to this channel once again. I am Comrade Chidi James. Yeah, I don't know if it's only me that don't understand this, or we all understand it the same way. When Goodluck Jonathan was the president, he said, and I quote, Buhari was Boko Haram's chosen person for negotiation with government. And after then, what happened? Tinubu, the now president of Nigeria, called him to become the APC flag bearer for 2015 presidential election. And lo and behold, he later became the president of Nigeria. That is to tell you, we had Boko Haram as president of Nigeria. But then one would have expected that Boko Haram should stop attacking if their commander or their negotiator was the president. But they kept on striking.
the Boko Haram nominated Buhari to lead their team to negotiate with
government. Did you hear Goodluck Jonathan? This now takes us to, what does APC want, or what does Boko Haram want? A court in faraway Canada has told us that APC and PDP are terrorist organizations. Now look at their modus operandi and look at the people they choose as heads. Look at who they choose as negotiators and their characters and pedigree. First of all, they chose Buhari, and Buhari later became the president. Again, we might be looking at a system that maybe tomorrow wake up and choose Gumi as APC presidential candidate. And you know their modus operandi. They look at a few days ago in Lagos, their NURTW chairman here made a press conference, gathered his people, APC members. Lo and behold, he said, APC is our party. We don't joke with APC in Lagos. If you will not vote APC, we will never allow what happened in 2023 repeat itself. And what happened in 2023? People voted against APC in Lagos. In fact, Labour Party defeated APC in Lagos, the stronghold of the presidential candidate of the party. Yes, that was what happened in 2023. Remember, in 2022, that is in the build-up of 2023 election, the king of Agberos in Lagos, so to speak, also made a similar threat, and lo and behold, he is still a member of the APC. He said, if you know you will not come, you will come and vote your brother or whoever, don't come out to vote. He made similar threats. Go to your place, they will beat you, this, that, and in fact, to tell you where we have descended into, the police chief then was even the person who came to defend him, saying that he is joking. He imagine threatening people, and the police chief who is supposed to arrest, DSS that is supposed to arrest, never arrested, and they are telling you that he is joking. No, APC never made a counter statement to say this. No, this is not coming from us as a party. They welcomed it because it is their modus operandi. And because they are in power, they cannot try anybody who is doing any wrong or see it as wrong. But let me tell you, wrong is wrong, no matter who commits it, no matter who does it. Now, look at where we are. Boko Haram keeps on striking, keeps on killing people, keeps on. Let me tell you, this is not a joke. Nigerians are dying in their numbers, and nobody is saying anything because APC is in charge. The point that the president and the presidency is silent about these killings is a pointer that either knows what is happening or what is happening knows about the presidency. Silence is complicity. Yes, you can't deny this. Silence is complicity. How possible is it, and why is it possible that Gentle the Yahoo, who was striking from the forest in the southeast, who has been driving over time and nobody arrested him, not until he started calling names, then he was arrested. This shows or tells you that government can decisively deal with terror groups. This tells you that no crime is above government to deal with. Abacha once said that any crime that lasts more than 48 hours, there is government hand in it. And Nigerians are getting to understand this clearer by the unfolding events so far. Nigerians are getting to understand this, either by the body language of the government or by the unfolding events so far. Judging by the way APC play their politics, one can quickly align with the ruling of a Canadian judge that says APC and PDP, they are terror groups. Yes, though Bayo Onanuga, the APC chieftain, debunked the claims, but still judging by their actions and inactions, are they not behaving the same, or are they not vindicating the Canadian judge? You can recall that in 2023, a lot of people were beaten, a lot were maimed just because they came or wanted to cast their vote. Yes, that is their civic duty, their civic right. Yes, but APC decided to disenfranchise them. You see, in recent times, there has been coordinated attacks on opposition political parties, and the ruling party has not said anything to dissociate itself from those attacks. The gathering of the ADC convened by Nasser El-Rufai, yet the same APC thugs came and dislodged them in conjunction with the police, used brute force to dislodge them. All these activities point hand to the same direction. Going by all these, you do not need a soothsayer anymore. But the question is, are our leaders not tired of the daily bloodshed? Are our leaders not tired of this sacrifice of Nigerians on daily basis just for a selfish, only God knows agenda? That is the question. When will they be tired of this wanton shed of blood? When? Anyway, that is a question that will be best answered by them. But one would have expected that immediately Buhari became the president of Nigeria, that Boko Haram would have been a thing of the past. But no, they continued striking. Probably, maybe he did not keep to their terms of agreement. Yes, one would have asked, or one would ask, what may be their agreement? I may not be exact if I say, but I may be right as well. Who knows? They may be demanding to convert Nigeria to an Islamic territory, Islamic caliphate. Yes, this may not be too far from one of their wants, and probably Buhari tried to do this, but it never worked for him. Yes, and Nigerians resisted. When you hear about Luga, Buhari wanting to give northerners allocation of land in all the parts of the country. Yes, that was a major target, a way of spreading the Fulanese around Nigeria. They will have their numbers, they will have their spread, have their land, and from their bases, they will keep on expanding. Yes, if you don't know, that was how Kwara was captured. Kwara was originally a Yoruba land, but today it is dominated by the Fulanese. It is controlled by the Fulanese. So it has failed him, but Boko Haram has not surrendered. Probably they are keeping on and hoping it will one day work. Just like it is today in Afghanistan. Yes, Afghanistan is under the control of Taliban. Yes, it's controlled by the Islamic jihadists. Yes, so probably they are also trying to gain control of Nigeria. Who knows whether in 2031, after the rule of whatever, when APC must have obviously expired, if Nigerians couldn't push them away in 2027 anyway, if Nigerians don't resist them by way of using their ballot massively and showing their aggression and disenchantment towards the so-called misrule of APC in Nigeria, then probably again in 2031, they will field their grand commander, since they have fielded a negotiator and the negotiator failed them. Who knows? Since Nigerians could not resist the pressure of a man who could not prove to Nigerians that he has at least the requisite certificate to become a political office holder in Nigeria, they could not resist the pressure of a man who could not prove to them that character-wise that he is qualified. After all, he has once been mentioned a Boko Haram negotiator. Since his insightful words was not able, Nigerians could not resist him because he made so many inflammatory statements before or prior to the election. Yet he was not arrested. Yet those inflammatory statements could not stand in his way during the primaries and screening exercise. What else cannot happen again in Nigeria? Here again, we have another president who has a drug case heaped on his head, yet Nigerians cannot resist him. Here again, we have another president who cannot prove to Nigerians his evidence of ties to family, who cannot prove to Nigerians his evidence, the so-called evidence that he has at least, again, the requisite certificates to become a political office holder in Nigeria. I tell you what cannot happen again. Nigeria is indeed pregnant. If Nigerians don't style of politicking, then remain in this mess for a long time. When we talk about ending bad governance, people think it's tribal. But yet, Buhari was the president of Nigeria, and the North suffered even the most. Again, Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. The West think, or we are thinking, it's going to be an easy ride for them. But see again, Kwara people. In recent times, Kwara State have been overrun by armed bandits and terrorists, and nobody is saying anything about it. Meanwhile, the Yoruba people are still wondering if this is the expected change they wanted from a dear brother or father. How has other Yoruba communities fared in the recent past? In a period of 2 years, terrorism and banditry has increased tremendously against what it used to be during the Buhari administration. This is a stark reminder that bad leadership does not know brother, sister, daddy, tribe, or religion. as exemplified by the Buhari administration, evidently, many Northerners who were screaming, Sai Buhari, Sai Baba, Sai Baba, expected that miracle, magics, will happen in the North. Same with those who voted Emilokon because of tribe, religion. As at the time, a woman said to be a Yaloja in one of the Yoruba communities in Lagos screamed aloud and was happy at the victory of Baba Tinubu and said, was very happy, and John Katinan was saying, if Omo Igbo does not like it, let Omo Igbo go. Today, her tongue is tied in her mouth.
Ayo, kebi ayema. Gàrí la musa èmi àtàwọn àbí mi a lè jẹ ráìsì mọ́. Ẹ̀wà náà ti wọ́n. Gàrí ọ̀gá ti 1-2. Ó ti sú mi, orílẹ̀-èdè ti sú mi. Báyìí kọ́ ni wọ́n bá tẹ́lẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ní ọ̀la yìí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n kà o. Ẹ̀kọ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ wọn kà á lè rán mọ́ sùkúù mọ́. Ayé yín ò dáa. Ó ti sú wa o. Wọ́n bá wá nǹkan sí i àti forítì. Ẹ rí i pé orí mi gan ti pa. Ó ti sú wa o. Ó ti sú wa o. Orílẹ̀-èdè wọn bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí o. Ráìsì ti gàrí ti 1-2. Mo tún gbọ́ pé ráìsì ti di 80,000 àpò. Wọ́n bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí i. Tá a bá tún abẹ́rẹ́ epo báyìí epo 580. 680, 700 là ń rà. Kí ló dé kí la ṣe? Àwa akórópè gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀n ní òmò gbóná lálẹ́ tá a mọ̀ fomi wẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ kan ò mọ̀ lànà. Àní rí kankan. Epo náà ní ń gbà lọ. Owó skul bíìsì àmọ́ mi ò rí san báyìí. Ayé mi ò dá o.
I am certain that those who collected peanuts, 5 naira, 10 naira, 5,000, 10,000 and 50,000 as the case may be, as the politicians have valued them, because if you are a thug on the street, this politician will never value you above 5,000 or 10,000 naira, so that you go after your own fellow brother who is as well suffering. At the end of the day, within 1 or 2 days, under this recent economy, 5,000 would be exhausted, and you will go back in your real pain. Today, those who have committed this blunder might be licking their wounds. That is why when we tell you for us to unite as a people and fight end bad governance, then you need to take it seriously. When you are being offered 5,000 naira, just obviously reject it and know that this is not the real change you are expecting. If the society is good, the politicians, they are 100% of our. If the economy is booming and the society is fixed, then you will not necessarily need them to survive. They cannot give you peanut to go after your own fellow brother or sister, fellow countryman. Thanks for watching. This is Comrade Chidi James from End Bad Governance.